Hey guys, welcome to SoulsReaper Healing. Today we're going to do a what healing is needed video for the sign of Aries. That's the next card that came out when I was shuffling. I pre-shuffled and medicated. I must have came out for some reason. Meditated on your all's cards. I will shuffle to get the cards out that we need, that you guys need, the collective of Aries. But we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to get a activation card, sacred geometry. Aries. What is the collective Aries need to hear today? What are they working on? That was quick. Heart chakra. So number 4. It's very pretty. Bright, vibrant. Bottom of the deck, divine masculine. Number 22. Next is Raven's wand. These are all these are all guidance cards. Aries. Collective of Aries, what messages do they need to hear today for their highest good? Aries collective. I know when I was meditating on your all's energy, I first felt it in my back. Excuse me. Feel a lot of pressure on my back, my upper back. And then I felt a little bit of anxiety. And I've been very relaxed and calm this morning. So, what's going on for the Aries collective? Heart chakra awakening, possibly. Stepping into your emotions. Aries collective, please. One card for Aries collective. What do they need to know for the highest good? Aries. Okay. Alright. I haven't seen this one before. This is a new deck. I haven't utilized it much, but Old Ghosts. I love these cards. They're all very, very beautiful and show a lot of detail. Bottom of the deck, Sanctuary. Okay, and we'll get 2 cards. The Aries collective. These two usually, well, they all end up tying in to the whole reading, but these two are also guidance, but they tend to tie in with the challenge or the focus, the things that you guys are working on right now, things you're going through right now. Aries collective. Messages for their highest good, please. 2 cards. Aries collective. Okay. Groundhog spirit. Time to let go. 31, which equals a 4. He's so cute. Our groundhog apparently saw his shadow, I guess. I don't know. I asked my kids and they said, yeah. I'm ready for some summer weather. At least spring. Something different. Oh, okay. Hawk spirit, which is a 5. Let spirit be your guide. It's a 32, but it equals a 5. Those are your 2. Bottom of the deck, Buffalo Spirit. It's a number 10. The abundant universe will provide. 10s typically represent completion of a cycle of some sort. Put this one over here with this one. That all discombobulated. Are you guys discombobulated, Aries? Alright. This last one, I'm going to give a couple more shuffles. Aries. Aries collective. Sun and rising Venus or anywhere in their chart. What's the message they need for their highest good? Aries. I have 2 Aries in my house, in my household. Both very different personalities. They're both Aries sun, but very different in their charts. Aries. Sun and rising Venus. You guys a little anxious about something? Seems like Spirit's directing you to release something. What goes to the past, maybe. So it shows, you've got the old ghosts. Time to let go. Heart chakra. Let Spirit be your guide. 3 cards for the Aries collective, please. What are they working on at this current time? Aries. Okay, that's a lot more than... Let's try it again. Thank you. Abundance. Another sign about abundance. I don't remember if it was Sag or Scorpio. It was Sagittarius, I think. You could have Sag or Scorpio in your chart. Okay. Imagination. The Aries collective working on at this time. What do they need to know for their highest good? One more card, please. Okay, 2 fell out, but I'm gonna... That card's been coming out a lot. That one came out in Sag and one other sign. So you could have Sag in your chart somewhere. Bottom of the deck. Relationships. Alright, Aries. three here on the bottom represent your challenge or your focus. You have abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. You know, I talked about this in a previous video about abundance. And with this groundhog spirit, time to let go. What beliefs do you have around abundance? What do you tell yourself? Do you believe you are abundant within yourself? You know, a lot of times this can mean your beliefs about abundance. What it means to you. Your upbringing, you know. What you were raised to believe. I know in my own life, it was definitely a belief of a scarcity mindset, you know. Penny pinch, you know. Make ends meet. Money doesn't grow on trees. Have you guys heard that one before? I'm sure you have. I know I'm not the only one that's heard that one, but that's what I grew up. You know, that was the first relationships, you know, that we see growing up. Is the pattern that we get into. It establishes our mindset about money, our mindset about relationships, our mindset about self. Because a lot of times, as kids, you know, and I've said this before in previous videos, actually. Whoever raised you, and it can be whoever. It doesn't matter if you had mom and dad, or just mom, or just dad, or auntie, or uncle, or, you know. It's what your first relationship was. Whoever you saw as a kid that you were around consistently, their patterns become your patterns. Because you're learning something, because you're a child, you know, you're looking for direction. And your first relationships teach you these things. So they teach you a lot of things that are not you. Your beliefs are what you were taught. It doesn't make them your beliefs. That makes them someone else's beliefs. So, I think what Spirit is wanting you to do is ask yourself, what are your own beliefs about abundance? Are you running a program that was taught to you by whoever you grew up around? Because all of these are representation of some things that you're working on within yourself. Patterns, beliefs, where they stem from, what the root is, you know, because you have to get to the root of where it started and why it started. And have that understanding that it's not you. That just begins the journey of the masks that we create. Because as children, one of mine as a kid was to be seen and not heard. You are to be seen and not heard. So that pattern, if you've grown up with that pattern, because anything can represent abundance. Abundance is not just money, like a lot of people think it is, or associate that with, or that's their belief, that it's just about money. No, abundance is many things. But it's all about how you feel about you. But if you have that, seen and not, you're to be seen and not heard, so therefore you felt you didn't have a voice. And they're telling you that it's, and right now it could be a time, with this Leo full moon that we just had. It's bringing up a lot of things for a lot of people. And your card specifically is old ghosts. This could be in your mind, old ghosts. Old things that you're telling yourself. Old beliefs, old patterns. This could be old relationships. Anything that you've dealt with in your life that's a memory that you've told yourself. And Spirit is asking you that, they want you to know that it's time to let this go. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Are you embracing your inner child? Are you allowing that little boy or girl within you to show that creative side? Are you hiding it? Are you hiding that child within you for fear of repercussion, or fear of, it can be anything, It talks about fear in this denial card as well. And if you're denying yourself to be the beautiful you that you are, the creative person that you are, if you're afraid to show that side of you, you're denying that little child to be who they want to be. And I've talked about this before, but when everything that we do here as a human being, we tend to be our own worst critics. We tell ourselves all kinds of horrible things. That's when, we need to reprogram that within your mind. You can reprogram your beliefs. But first you have to find out what they are. Make sure that your beliefs are, in fact, your beliefs. Because You're denying that child within you. The Holy Spirit is asking you, let Spirit be your guide through this. Know that you are never alone. You've never been alone. And it's asking you to go within. These old ghosts here. Because the way she's looking at this tree. She's either looking back at things that she is afraid of, or afraid to show, or maybe she's looking back on the person that she used to be. But whatever it is, because each one of you will all be going through different things. But she kind of looks unsure. This tree, if you look at it, there's no leaves on that tree. It's a dead tree. And where she's standing is all green and beautiful and prosperous. So, leaving that part of you that was not you behind. Because those were all masks that we created growing up as children, and then to teenagehood, adulthood, wherever you are on this journey. Just letting go of the mini masks that you created. Understanding that, those patterns of belief about abundance, being abundant within yourself, feeling that you are abundant within yourself, knowing that you are a very creative being. You have more power than you understand, than any of us can understand. And not denying yourself of the beauty that you are. Not denying that little child within you. So I'm going to go ahead and read this old ghost card. Let's see what it has to say to us about this. Old ghosts. Everyone's past holds someone who left a deep mark, either for good or bad, but who slipped away or vanished. Looking over our shoulder, we still glimpse them in our memories. Is Kara Morgan looking back with longing or resentment? A witch knows that it's not good to carry around either sentiment forever. To finally be free of them, our choice is to either draw a mental line under the person and move on, or seek some kind of reconciliation and conclusion. You know, I'm thinking, you know, since it mentioned relationships, and you have relationships over here on the bottom of the deck of the guide of these challenge cards, you know, the focus cards, the ones that we need to address right now. And these are things that you're releasing, you're letting go of. Mindsets, beliefs, patterns, relationships of the past, you know, our lessons within that, you know, things that we've learned. Take the parts of those lessons that benefit your soul and release the rest. This is kind of the way I have to look at things. I had to turn whatever situation it was into a math problem. Remove the people, places, things. Remove those, especially people, because it's hard to see something when you're focusing on a specific person. But when you can remove that out of your mind and say, okay, what went on in this situation? Not the specific person, but you've got to look at the pattern. What is the pattern in that relationship? Is it for your highest good? I see this Divine Masculine card here. 22, a master number. It says the frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. You know, understanding those lessons are lessons. Nothing more, nothing less, not a mistake. You know, all the things that we tell ourselves, because we create what we think and speak. So I'm going to read this here for this sacred geometry activations. It's the number 4, which is, you know, in the tarot, 4 of Wands. You know, that's your home. Within yourself. Are you stable within yourself? Because 4s represent stability as well. But heart chakra, you know, that's being in your emotions, feeling the emotions. Heart chakra. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower as a symbol. The flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color green is associated with the 4th or heart chakra. It is linked to our capacity to love and to feel compassion. This applies to our ability to love one another as well as our ability to love ourselves. So I think right now the Aries collective is feeling a lot of things. You guys, I know it can be tough when those emotions come up out of nowhere. But Spirit is letting you know that they are with you. They've always been with you. It's time to let this go. Whatever it is, and only you guys will know. But it's not you. It's not you. Get back to the true, authentic you. Let go of the old person that you've created to protect yourself. Because we have really big imaginations as children. And throughout many years, we create different masks to cover different things to protect ourselves. To protect ourselves from what we believed as a child would hurt us. This is what I have for you, Aries Collective. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will see you guys soon.